Hey everyone, Matt here and welcome back to Easy English with Matt, and today we're talking about the contraction ain't. And I want to talk about that contraction because it's kind of my favorite. I know it's not good to use that, and I want to warn you right now, guys. So if you're using the contraction ain't, you're going to sound uneducated, maybe not intelligent. It's not quite good to use that one, but I like it to use it in the circle of my friends or family, so then I can sound like dumb, maybe stupid and silly, but like I don't care. I like that. I like that feeling and so on. But if you are using the formal speech to someone, then never use the contraction ain't. Alright, so today I'm going to teach you how can we use ain't, in which situation you can use that. And if you're interested about that contraction, just keep watching this class, smash a like, and let's go. And first of all, let's ask our pal Bob if he knows how to use that. So, hey Bob, do you know how to use the ain't contraction? Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, he says he knows. And now let's ask him a question. So Bob, do you have any money? And he is answering, I ain't got no money. So as you can see, as you may notice, we have ain't and no. We have double negative in one sentence. And it's not quite right to use double negative in one sentence in English. Maybe you know that, maybe you don't. Anyway, it's not right to use double negative in English. But in this case, you can use it because, as I mentioned before, if you're using ain't, you're going to sound unintelligent and uneducated. So if you're ready, if you're prepared to sound silly, dumb, and maybe even stupid, then you can use the ain't form and even double negative. If you're ready, do that, guys. And now let's take a look at different uses of ain't. And first of all, ain't is am not. So you remember, we have I am, he is, she is, it is, we are, you are. So all of them have the negative form. For example, he is or he isn't. She is, she isn't. You are, you aren't. We are, we aren't. But I am has no I amn't. We have I ain't. Yeah, it's not right. It's better to always say I am not, the full words, but sometimes you just want to say fast, so you say I ain't. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't him. I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna do whatever you do. Alright? So if you just wanna say I am not faster, you can just use I ain't. But remember, in formal language, in formal speech or writing, better to use I am not. Because if you use I ain't in formal speech, this is a failure. This is disaster. Never do that. Now the second way how we can use ain't is or are not. Yeah, as well as I ain't, you can say he ain't, she ain't, they ain't, we ain't, you ain't. This sounds awful and I wouldn't recommend say that. The only way I use it is I ain't got no money. I ain't gonna do that. But if you say he ain't, she ain't, oh God, it just sounds awful, and please don't do that. Unless you just wanna sound stupid, alright? Or folky, like countryside people. I don't recommend that, alright? And the last way how we can use ain't is has or have not. So if you have something, you could just say, I have a car, I have money. And if you don't, you just use it the same way Bob does, right? I ain't got no money. I ain't got no car. I ain't got no girlfriend. I ain't got no cat, and so on. So if you have not something, you just say, I ain't got no. Alright, so instead of have or has, you can say I ain't got no something. But one more time, sounds awful, dumb, and silly. Be ready for that. Now let's talk about the formal writing. So in formal writing, never ever use ain't. It's not the part of English language, it's just slang, and it's not accepted in formal writing. So if you need to use ain't in formal writing, it can be accepted only if it's part of common expression, or if you wanna your writing sound more folky, if it's the main theme of your writing. If it must sound folky or like people in countryside, then you can use ain't. Otherwise, never use ain't in your writing, please. And last of all, I'd like to mention one funny guy, one meme that uses ain't. So we have this old countryman which says it ain't much, but it's honest work. So if you want to look like him, if you want to sound like him, then just keep using ain't and you're going to be perfect. You're going to be like a country folky man from countryside of US. Alright, so if you want to sound like him and look like him, do that. Well, this is all for today's lesson, everyone. I hope you liked and enjoyed it. Now, when you know how to use ain't, just leave a comments down below if you would like to use it more now or not. Smash a like and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.